ما أريد من هذا الشعب إلا أن يزيد في الحمد والشكر إلى الله عز وجل، ويزيد من محبة الوطن، ويزيد من العمل ومضاعفة العمل ليسعى فيه من خير له دوله والأهل. هذا اللي أنا دوره من الشعب. ربنا إن شاء الله يوفقنا جميعا على ما يحب ويرضى.
تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوث وراها داروا على الدانات سبعند إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب.
I would say that anything for me personally, whatever I made has some big contribution somewhere to the leadership of UAE. Like I came in 1998, I mentioned. So right there from Sheikh Zayed to Sheikh Maktoum and all the rulers of different emirates, I have not seen anywhere any kind of a discriminatory environment, any kind of racism like happens anywhere. This country and this leadership is so much committed to the future. They are so open in their thought process. They encourage everybody to take to the next step. People like me are able to invest and grow here. It's not because we just want to earn some dollars out of it, but it is more because we feel comfortable to live here. We feel that this is the place we belong to, and all that goes to the leadership to create that conducive environment to give comfort and confidence to every resident and every citizen of this country.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Peers Opinion, the program that highlights the success stories and the inspiring journeys from the heart of the UAE. Today, our guest is in the business of making buildings smarter, not just more efficient, genuinely intelligent, buildings that manage their own energy, monitor their own performance, and adapt in real time. So let's welcome with me Mr. Ravish Channe, the CEO of EcoFusion, specialized in building management systems, IoT solutions, smart automations, and energy management, with over 30 years of industry experience, including 25 right here in the Middle East. So, Mr. Ravish, welcome to Peers Opinion.
Thank you so much for inviting me. I hope that this conversation leads to some valuable technology insights for the audience.
Mr. Ravish, if you could please tell me more about the key milestones in your academic and your professional journey, and what the skills that you have developed as well, and who are the people who have supported you throughout this inspiring journey?
So, I'm professionally an engineer. I started in Middle East sometime in 1998. I came from New Delhi. And it was the right time because the aspiration of the UAE and Dubai at that point of time was actually to become the best in the region and one of the best in the world. I mean, when I came, I could see Emirates Tower was one of the very first tallest building which was, launched at that time. And there was so much excitement around the whole country, and Dubai and UAE naturally took that place of the pinnacle of Middle East and became the not only country grew itself well, but also it became the heart of the Middle East, growth. So yeah, it was fantastic. And personally, I was fortunate to work with the leading building management, manufacturers in the region. I to the companies like Honeywell and Johnson Controls, who are global leaders in this technology, and I spent like 25 years in these companies together. And they also gave me an exposure to the whole region in different roles that made me a versatile professional in the field of building management system and the integration which leads further to the building efficiency and the sustainability.
Mr. Ravish, EcoFusion operates at the intersection of smart building technologies and engineering solution. So how did the company begin and what vision drives its growth as well?
So if you recall, like beginning of this decade, like 2020, just immediately after COVID, in that scenario, there was so much noise about being sustainable globally. The climate actions became real. The Paris Climate Accord became the reality that companies started committing to it. UAE went on to host the climatic session in 2023. So with all those things around, the idea was born in my head that why don't we start something which actually commits to sustainability instead of doing multiple specific products. Let's try to drive every product and every technology which helps in building the sustainability aspect. And that is how the EcoFusion was born in 2023. And from them onwards until now, we curated multiple products and solutions which, give the direction to the sustainable and the energy management of aspects of the building, as well as the social impact that they can create in the building.
And EcoFusion has delivered integrated PMS, IoT solutions, automation, and energy management solution. So how do these technologies work together to improve building performance?
So a traditional building management system are always there and they will always be there when it comes to new construction, because the building infrastructure supports implementing those systems. But if you look at UAE, we have a lot of buildings which are 20 years and old, the hospitals and many commercial buildings, old buildings. And these buildings also cannot be left out in the race of sustainability. These buildings need to also be equally efficient and equally good environment for the occupants to feel comfortable. And that is where the technologies that EcoFusion brings in, especially Internet of Things, helps getting the old building technically advanced to the modern level. So we use the combination of the modern BMS and the IoT solution, which is the future technology, combined together to develop a user interface that can help people to build a sustainable and energy efficient building.
And the energy efficiency has become a priority for organizations. How does EcoFusion help clients reduce energy consumptions while maintaining operational reliability?
That's a very good question. Now, everybody talks about energy efficiency, improvising energy efficiency in the uses and get the better occupant comfort. But the very first thing in that whole race comes is to measure. Unless you measure, you cannot manage. So the first thing that we do in this process is we provide the metering solutions which are IoT based. Why I say IoT based? Because you don't have to do a lot of disruption to the existing buildings while implementing the metering solution. They are wireless meters, so not so much disruption. We get, first of all the data together. Once we got the data together, then we implement the strategies. Those strategies can be based on the experience of the people and the facility managers of the building. We can use the industry standards like the cloud computing and how the similar problems are resolved globally. And I think the way AI is scaling up right now, I would say next 1 or 2 years, these solutions will be much more matured and much more efficient in delivering this efficiency.
And every facility has unique operational requirements. So how do you customize your solutions for sectors such as commercial, hospitality, and even industrial facilities as well?
So this is where I think the expertise and the experience comes from people like me, because you may have a very good controller, you may have a very good CPU, but it still needs a strategy from a person who knows how the building operates. Fortunately, in UAE, we have got very good engineers in the hotels and hospitals who are very keen, and they are very experienced in managing the efficiency of the building while keeping the guest control or the patient comfort very well. Now, coming to the different verticals you mentioned, the demands are very diversified. For example, in a hospital, if you look at an operation theater, you probably need a very low temperature like 18 to 20 degree and very less humidity. Similarly, in pharmaceutical plant, almost no humidity but a low temperature so that you can manufacture penicillin. On the contrary, you go to the textile manufacturer plant or the yarn, you need a higher humidity so that the yarn doesn't break. Come to the burns unit in the hospital, you need a high humidity so that the skin doesn't get dried out. So these things we know from experience. We also need get to know from the experts of those fields. And at the technology level, we integrate those things to provide that specific experience and the demand to those units.
Digitalization is transforming facility management, and how our intelligent monitoring, automation, and real-time analytics has been changing the way buildings are managed?
This is quite natural progression, I would say. Buildings are typically managed by building management system. The next time came about 10 to 20 years ago, when the facility management software started running, getting the work orders flow management and the workflow management done. Now we are in the very next zone where you actually bring it to the cloud computing. The security of the cloud, people have developed more confidence, so they started putting their buildings and the data on the secured cloud. Companies like Amazon and Microsoft are providing really very good, infrastructure on that. After you are there, then you have humongous capability to calculate and compare your building performance against the equivalent building anywhere in the world in the similar climatic conditions. Those systems advise you, suggest you what to do and how to fine tune. So this digitalization is actually making every building benchmarking and competing with similar building anywhere else in the world, not only limited to your next door neighbor. So this digitalization is driving more competitiveness, but also it is making a positive impact on the user experience within all the buildings. Because now when you walk into the office in Ajman and walk in the office in, let's say, Sharjah, you may see difference because the way they are managed, but it will not be the case in next few years, the way systems are changing.
And looking ahead as well, what are the EcoFusion priorities for innovation, sustainability, expanding its rules, and the smart building industries?
So we started, like I said, 3 years ago. We developed our portfolio on what we wanted to focus on, and our focus till now is also on manufacturing and launching the physical products which are at the metering and the edge devices. For example, you want to monitor temperature, you want to meter the electricity, water, BTU. So we are right now there, and we provide the IoT gateways to bring the systems to the platform. Next step for us in next 2 to 3 years is we want to develop a platform which is completely based on the new AI technology and machine learning basis, so that we can help the clients with the multiple buildings to bring a similar and unified experience across all their buildings. And we will be investing more on the platforms too.
And Mr. Ravish, what a piece of advice you would like to give to those aspiring to building a career in the field of technology, solutions, and in the UAE? And what are the key skills and the mindset are essential for the success?
I would say the new generation is very capable. They are very smart people when I meet them. And my only suggestion to them is, don't forget the basics, the building, the hydraulics, the aerodynamics, the electricity, network theory. This does not change irrespective of how much you learn the machine learning and how much you learn the softwares. The physical things, the machines work the way they work. So don't ignore them. Learn them, understand them, be friends with them, and then you use your newer and technologies which you are good at to make them efficient, make them more user friendly, and you will be very successful. This country has a lot of room for development. The leadership has a vision, and the leadership has actually already put a roadmap to make 50% the government on AI. So I think all of the youngsters, a lot of things to achieve.
We conclude the meeting with a message to those all in charge of the UAE by thanking them for giving us the opportunity to achieve success in practical life and thanking them for the effort made by them. So if you could please look at the camera directly and give a thank you message to the UAE leadership.
I would say that anything for me personally, like whatever I made, has some big contribution somewhere to the leadership of UAE. Like I came in 1998, I mentioned. So right there, from Sheikh Zayed to Sheikh Maktoum, and all the rulers of different emirates. I have not seen anywhere any kind of a discriminatory environment, any kind of racism like happens anywhere. This country and this leadership is so much committed to the future. They are so open in their thought process. They encourage everybody to take to the next step. I mean, people like me are able to invest and grow here. It's not because we just want to earn some dollars out of it, but it is more because we feel comfortable to live here. We feel that this is the place we belong to, and all that goes to the leadership. I mean, to create that conducive environment to give comfort and confidence to every resident and every citizen of this country. Thank you.
Mr. Ravish, thank you so much for being with us today at Peers of Union. Thank you. And to everyone watching us, thank you for joining us today at Peers of Union. Every peer has a story, and next week another one is waiting for you. Until then, take care and goodbye.